said he adored me, and I must have been carried away. I've never been adored. It didn't last. It was probably my fault. Couldn't give it back.
But you stayed with him?
I was too drained to make the effort to leave. It was such a relief when he was the one to go.
Until somebody else's husband came along. A better bet.
It's a bit crude. I told you, Pete and I were separated by then. Tom came into my life like Apollo at dawn. Like a golden chariot through the darkness. I fell in love.
And all at once you're full of beans, and with this wonderful new affair, and hey presto, you suddenly find the energy.
I was alive for the first time in my life.
It's a true world, being the other woman. All that excitement and adrenaline, well, you can't live on that. It's the day-to-day living that matters.
You think it's just romance, don't you? The glamorous mistress lying on her couch, waiting for a lover to come with flowers, while the wife stays at home and cooks potatoes. I was 40, I was never glamorous.
Well, it's an interesting picture. But you live better on potatoes and flowers. The other woman has no idea how deeply a wife knows her husband. All the snores and smells, the years of jokes and mistakes and rows and reconciliations and washing socks. That's what makes a marriage. And that's what gets you through.
I knew him as well as she did. Things we said to each other. Things he told me about himself. Secrets. Things he never told anyone else. I've never had that kind of closeness with anybody.
And you believed him. Look, he was married to someone else. He had children. You can't get away from that.
I gave him something she didn't. You can't get away from that.
Oh, all you gave him was a bit of excitement. Oh, God, it's so trite, isn't it? So conventional. A middle-aged man trying to recapture the thrill of youth. Marriage may not have meant much to you, but it made me very happy. Clive, too.
How can you say that? He had an affair. There must have been something wrong. There was, wasn't there?
Well, I don't think that concerns you. We hardly know each other.
We have a lot in common.
Clive and I, we'd lost sight of each other. He said I never listened to him, and she did. I was devastated. I suddenly realised I might lose him. If it was going to work, we were going to have to do something about it. We sat up night after night, just thrashing everything out, me crying and saying how sorry he was and how it never meant anything.
It must have been something. It went on for a year.
Well, in real time, probably only a fraction of that. A few hours here and there, it doesn't add up too much over the course of a year. He burned all her stuff.
You what?
Oh, yes. Well, there wasn't much, a few photos, some letters. I knew he had them, but I didn't make him do it. I watched him from the kitchen window. It didn't take long. The point was, he did it. He went to bed early that night. I didn't want to see the photos. But I read the letters before they went. Sometimes your feelings override your common sense.
You let you read them?
Well, why not? It was a gesture of faith. They were such silly, ordinary letters. Mawkish. Signed with a silly baby name.
That was a terrible thing to do. You invaded her privacy.
Oh, mistress comes into a marriage, she loses her right to that.
Burning the evidence doesn't get rid of it.
Oh, don't be stupid. The affair had done damage. He was doing his best to start putting things right. Something like that strikes at the heart of your trust, you see. Mistress does more harm than she knows. Even when we were back on an even keel, there were things. Things that never quite went away. Sometimes it'd just be sitting, staring into space, and I'd be wondering if he was thinking of her, or working out how much wood he needed to mend the fence. I used to hate her.
Do you still?
Why should I? Oh, I went through that all years ago. It would make sense to start all over again. I never had known her. It made it easier. You know, but bless her. I never even knew her name. I didn't want to. It would have made her too real.
Tom's wife never felt real to me. It's only now that I see her as a real person.
Once it was over, I kind of wanted to meet her. Wasn't that odd? Or perhaps just to see her across the road, know thine enemy.
I wanted to meet her too.
What a dreadful idea that would have been. Often used to wonder if she thought about me.
Less than you think, probably. I admire her. Because she stood by him. He told me she'd found out. That low-down thing you mentioned. But he went back to her. I suppose they patched it up. I used to wonder how couples patched it up. It always sounds like a pretty ramshackle arrangement to me. A few nails and planks here and there and the rain still coming in.
Well, I like to think of it more as a restoration. Putting something right that was wrong before. I felt sorry for her eventually.
Yes, I can imagine. The wife has everything and the mistress has nothing. I loved him better than she did. I still do.
You can't know that.
What do you mean?
Well, you only had his word for how well they got on. He's hardly going to say, actually, we get on terribly well, but I just fancy a bit on the side, is he?
You did, ain't you?
You think wives stop loving their husbands, don't you?
In my experience.
That's very sad. You never married again?
No. I've been coming here on our anniversary every year since he died.
How did you find that out? I mean, if you hadn't been in touch recently, you'd seen him for so long,
I couldn't bear not knowing when it happened, so I wrote to the register office every year until they told me he was dead. Then I sent for the death certificate and the obituary notice in the paper.
Good Lord, can you do that?
I was surprised how easy it was.
Very good. You weren't a detective by any chance, were you?
No. More of a bloodhound. If you're determined enough, you can find out anything you want.
What if it moved?
I don't know. I'd have found out somehow. I think if you create a climate, things come into it.
But wait until he was dead, though. I mean, isn't that a bit sick? He might have lived to be 100.
Then I'd have just gone on asking.
Oh, now look, all that time. That's such a waste.
I don't think so. Sort of a gift to him.
I can't argue with that. Which one is Tom's?
It's quite near.
Should provide a few more benches. I thought of sponsoring one for Clive. His name on it and everything.
Yeah, why not?
Would you like to see a photo of it?
Oh, yes, I would.
I took this one in Wales. One of my better ones.
You're still a very handsome man.
Yes, he was. You can't tell, can you?
Tell what?
He had cancer of the bowel.
But it said heart failure on his death certificate.
Yes, well, he died of heart failure in the end, but the cancer had weakened him. Well, cancer a wicked illness, not romantic. Stupid, isn't it? All that care he took of himself, and in the end he goes and dies from something he couldn't help. You never think it's going to happen to someone you love. The only way I could get through it was to tell myself it wasn't really Clive at all. Just someone I had to take care of.
It's hard to imagine. He looks so alive.
He didn't even look like Clive towards the end. Just this thin, pathetic, terrified old man. He used to cry as it got worse, and there was nothing I could do except hold him. He died very quietly. Hardly knew he'd gone. Don't look so upset, it's all right.
It reminds me, that's all, that I couldn't be there when he died. The things I always wanted to know.
There were some things you never find out. I think it's time I was going. Strange, isn't it, that we've only just met? I'm glad we have, but is my last visit. Oh, I'm going to live in France next month. Always said I'd like to live there one day, and now I can.
Married?
I'm getting married again. Huh? To the friend. He was very good when Clive died, and, well, we made an extra bond too. We've always got on well.
How could you?
Well, I hate to use a cliche, but life does go on. This is by way of letting go, saying goodbye. It's time you let go as well.
Somehow I never could.
Well, I'm looking to have closure. You do need that.
I'm glad I met you too. Talking to you helps make up for it. Thank you.
There's something I want to tell you. You won't like it, but I think it might help.
What?
I've been in two minds in case I sounded vindictive, but... Well, you weren't the only one.
What do you mean?
I mean, he had another affair after you, very brief.
He couldn't have. He wouldn't.
He could, and he did. I didn't believe he could be so stupid.
But you swore. You're making it up.
I promise you I'm not. I was onto it straight away. I said it was his last chance. Even a forgiving wife can only stand so much.
He wasn't that type of man.
Well, obviously he was. Makes a difference, doesn't it? Made a difference to me too. Go to your friends. Don't waste any more time. I've left a space for your flowers.